Hey everyone, welcome back to Ormsby Farm. My name is Casey. So it is a beautiful fall day, a little chilly here in Georgia, and I thought I would sit down and talk a little bit more because of all the food shortages and stores not having certain items in. I wanted to talk a little bit more about pantry items, how to stock them, if they're out of them, what you should do so you have full meals for your family. This is the second part of my food shortage video. So if that is something that interests you, stick around.
I'm coming home.
Alrighty, y'all. So it is early November. The garden behind me is starting to wear down for the season. We have been very blessed with what we have gotten from our garden this year and learning, and we've canned a lot. But I wanted to talk today about pantry items, canned food, and stocking your pantry. Now, let me start off by saying this. I am no expert by any means, and this is not a fear-mongering video. This is a how to prepare yourself when it comes down to it kind of video. I've always been an advocate for being able to provide for your family before I was doing the homesteading stuff and being prepared. And the beauty of homesteading and learning from these fabulous channels that I talk about constantly on my channel is it teaches you life lessons, not necessarily homesteading lessons, but life lessons to prepare for you and your family. In part one, we talked about buying local from local farmers and local small businesses. That's so very important. And when we go into the pantry, I'll show you why. But as we all know, prices are skyrocketing right now in the grocery store. If you can find what you're looking for. And this is not saying to go out and panic buy. Do not panic buy. Let me repeat myself. Do not panic buy. Plan and stock up what you need for you and your family. There's a lot of resources that I've gone to and videos that I've watched from some of my favorite channels that I'm going to leave in the description box below if you want to go check those out. One that I highly suggest is Jessica over at Three Rivers Homestead. She did a video, and I think it's been a couple years since she's done it, that was how to supplement for shortage on paper products. And it was a wonderful video. So once you're done watching this video, go and check out her video, and I'm going to leave an index card right up here with that video. And another one is, I love me some Living Traditions Homestead with Sarah and Kevin. And they've put a lot of videos out now of tips and tricks that homesteaders should know. I think one of their videos that they just put out was called A Task That Every Homesteader Should Know How to Do, which I watched like 5 times. But anyways, that's not the video. So let's go ahead and we're gonna head into, I don't know if you can see it back there. That's the crawl space area back there where our canned food is. And we're going to sit, we're going to chat. I'm going to show you what we have prepped up. And I'm going to give you ideas for what to prep in your pantry and how to use them. This is not going to be a cooking video, so I'm not going to cook anything on this video. But I'm going to give ideas and I'm going to leave recipes in the description box. So if you're enjoying these videos, I hope that you like and share these videos. Sharing our videos on social media helps get the word out there so much faster. And it helps out our channel, and it helps out people in need that need to know certain topics that we talk about on my channel, on any of the channels that I promote. So if you like our videos and you know people that would like our videos, share them on social media and give us the thumbs up, because the algorithms, it's a real thing, y'all. All right, let's head into the crawl space right over there and let's talk about canned food. Alrighty, y'all. So this is kind of a crazy angle, so bear with me, because before I was able to sit up here and chat with you and blase. But if you've been following us for a while, you know that our pantry canning shelves broke about a month ago. And luckily we only lost, I think it was like 4 or 5 jars. But they were tomatoes. They were our gold. But we've laid it out here because we're moving to the new homestead, and it's pointless at this point to build new shelving when we're just going to be moving it soon anyways. So I will put a thing out there. If you know how to transport glass jars with food easily, please leave them in the comment section below, because I'm gonna have to move all of these to the new homestead pretty soon. So, and I'll, of course, will take y'all along for that. I'm trying to find the camera, y'all. It's always hard to find the camera when you're down here. So, we're going to talk about canned foods. Now, canned foods are something that is very valuable to have in your pantry. One, because it's not taking up freezer space, not taking up refrigerator space, and you can so much stuff. Now, if you're not canning your own stuff and you get canned foods, that's fine. That's great. That's stuff that you're stocking up regardless. There's probably, I'm looking at our stuff. There's probably 3 things that I would definitely, as a must-have for my canning and pantry stock, my prepper pantry stocking. And I'm going to show you the different pantries and areas that we have canned food. This is just all of our homegrown and home canned stuff. All of our store-bought stuff is upstairs, and I'll show you that in this video. When you're planning for whether you're buying for a month, 2 months, 4 months, a year, what you need to do is you need to sit down and go over what your family eats the most of in a month period, and do a little bit of canning prepper math. I'm going to leave a formula in the description box on certain veggies. Now, another video that I really, really love by Jessica from Three Rivers Homestead is she did a video on how to calculate how much of a product you would need and grow. And I'll leave that here and in the description box because it really is such a great video. But step 1 is figure out what do you and your family eat the most. And that's meats, that's veggies, that could be starches. What do y'all eat the most? Map it out on like a mock calendar, and then multiply that times 4 and then times 12. So you know how many of those you will need. But a lot of places are limiting meats to 2 per person again, like they were doing last year. And we're going to do our bulk shopping Monday. I'm going to take you along for part 3, and I'll explain to you how I make the most out of the meat that I get. But canned chicken is one. Now, I did a video on our canned chicken, and canned chicken is a great way to store stuff that you've had in your freezer and you need to get it out for new rounds of meat. But also buying canned, like the jar canned chicken or tuna or salmon, that kind of stuff. These are great for lunches. Easy, quick lunches for a chicken salad, salmon salad, tuna salad, all that kind of stuff for sandwiches, for salads, for wraps. But these are also really good for like tuna and chicken casseroles for dinner. And a little bit goes a long way. I mean, you're looking at, I think it's like $1.49 for a store-bought can of chicken. And you put that in a casserole dish, that would probably feed a family of 4 for 2 meals. And I'm a big halfer and freezer, meaning I cook it and then I automatically take half of it, put it in Tupperware or something, and freeze it. Because, you know, first of all, none of us really need double portions, me included. Got to get back to my girlish figure. So one great thing to do when you do casseroles or big spaghettis, pastas, that kind of stuff, is go ahead and half and freeze. Half and freeze it, and then you got that stocked up for another meal. So that's just like buying another canned meal. So canned chicken, canned tuna, canned salmon are all really, really good to have in your pantry for lunches, for dinners. I've even seen some people open the can of chicken and scramble it with eggs and black beans for kind of like a Mexican egg scrambled. That's really good. And again, a lot goes a long way, and it can feed a lot of people with just that one can. Second thing is beans. Now, if y'all have watched my videos, y'all know that I have, turning y'all around, I got all the 5-gallon buckets that are full of my flour, my beans, my sugar, my rice. And those are another thing to definitely have in your freezer. Beans we'll talk about first. Beans are a great source of protein. If you don't have meat or don't eat meat, it is a great substitute to put in for a Mexican taco, a bean taco, bean burrito. You could stir fry some of it with some rice for a vegetarian bean fried rice. Beans are extremely cheap when you buy in bulk and when you don't buy in bulk. You can can them for what we call convenience food, or you can keep them dry and then rehydrate them before you use them. They're great in soups, they're great in chili. They're relatively cheap, and it feeds a lot of people. I use 1 can of our chili beans in a bowl or in a batch of chili, and that usually gets me about 6 helpings. And so that right there is for 6, or a meal for 4, family of 4, and lunches, a smaller portion for the next day. Or that extra portion you can can. You can can, even in pint jars. And it's great on chili cheese hot dogs, on chili cheese rice. Again, it's cheap, it's simple, it fills the belly, and your family will love having beans on hand. So beans is the second thing that I would say make sure you have stocked in your pantry. Rice is the other one. I buy 25 pounds of rice at a time. Now, for y'all that don't know us, we are a family of 4, but we are a mixed family of 4. So a mom, 2 sons, and my brother's girlfriend, Tara. So it's like 3 adult families. And the 25, y'all, I can't speak today. 25-pound bag of rice can last us usually about 6 months if we're eating rice regularly. It's very cheap, and it stores well for like ever and ever if you have like the sealed 5-gallon bucket. And I'm going to leave the 5-gallon buckets that we use in our Amazon shop. I haven't even looked recently to see if they're in stock since, everything's going out of stock. But rice is relatively cheap and feeds a lot of people. And you can switch it up for all different types of meals. Mexican, Asian, Indian, just do some seafood and rice. It's a great thing to have stocked up in the pantry. Another thing that we go through a lot is salsa. Salsa and tomato products. All of those are all the way down there, all that red. And we have more upstairs. We go through that a lot. We grow tomatoes. We had a good, decent tomato harvest this year, but we do buy a lot of marinara sauce in the jars when they're on sale, and that's good to have in your pantry, because who doesn't love some spaghetti and sauce? And that is an extremely cheap meal. And to have those stocked up, I think 1 quart jar is a family of 4 size. I think that's what we use for the family for when we make spaghetti or something like that. If you followed us this year, our pickles did really, really well. So we did a lot of sliced pickles. We did a lot of pickle chips, whole pickles, and pickle juice. Because pickle juice is a great marinade for chicken to give it that kind of Chick-fil-A flavor. If y'all want to see a video on me making Chick-fil-A fried chicken sandwich, give a thumbs up, leave it in the comment section. So that's pretty much for down here. We have lots of jellies down here. We have a lot of our canned salsa tomato products. One thing that I just started doing is canning soups. And a quart of canned soup, I learned this from Sarah over at Living Tradition Homestead. This is for 2 people. I mean, this is a good dinner, and it cost me, I think I tallied it out to $1.87 that this cost me. And you can can any of the soups you make as long as there's no filler, such as cornstarch or flour, and no dairy products, and no noodles. You can can all of that, and you can add those things once you open up to reheat them. So those are another good thing. Canned soups. Over the winter, it's going to get cold at a lot of different places. Probably where you are, it's going to be a lot colder than where we are. We're just not prepared for cold. And soups are a great meal at night to stick to your ribs, keep you warm, and keep you full and satisfied. So, from all of that, we're now going to go up, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to be behind the camera, but show you our pasta storage, our canned storage that we do, that are store-bought, and bakery stuff to get. Because y'all, it's about to be the holidays. Stock up on stuff that you'll need for the holidays. Chocolate chips. Those don't go bad in a month's time. Always, of course, check expiration dates, but you can buy a couple of those and just have them on stock if you want to make some chocolate chip cookies for friends, for church friends, for relatives. But I'll show you that as well. I also, as I'm looking, I wanted to point out that we keep all of our potatoes, sweet potatoes, and squashes down here as well. And I'm going to be dicing those up and freezing them into fries, sweet potato fries, diced potatoes, and potato chips, because they're getting a little soft. And I wanted to make sure that they'll last us through the winter. What else while I'm down here? Oh, in your freezer. Right now is a really good time to, one, buy from local farmers on the turkey and hams for your holiday, or go to stores. Now, be prepared because prices are up, y'all. It's just kind of how it is. Just be prepared. But go ahead and stock up. If you have the freezer space, get your turkey and ham for the holidays now, so you can guarantee that your family will have it. Aldi's has wonderful prices. That's where we always get our turkey and our ham until next year when we start growing our own. But they have great prices. I've heard that Lidl also has really good prices on those 2 items. So go check out your local store. Tag me an Instagram post if you find them and you find them for good prices, because I'd love to see. We paid a decent price for ours. So yeah, let's head up to the upstairs storage room and we'll talk more about that. Spices, y'all, are another thing that's very important to go ahead and stock up on, because you can really add any spices to a meal and change it up so you're not having the same thing every single night. There's more of the canned tuna, and I think there's chicken all the way in the back behind Delilah's green beans. Yeah. Great to have in your pantries. Same thing I was talking about with these. I think these are like $1. I think these are 10 for 10 at Kroger. And get you some tomato sauces for your meals. Stocking up on baked goods, cinnamon sticks, chocolate chips, your flours, the cookie toppings. Downstairs I have more of my baking supplies. Is another good thing while going into the holiday season to stock up on. Y'all, this is super junky. Just gonna say. Cannot believe I'm showing you it, but it's our canned food. These are all of our store-bought canned food. I usually do I usually make my own broth, but I do have backup broth if I ever need it. More pizza sauces, beans, and then down below is our pasta. Because we love pasta here. And that's a really good, I think the Kroger ones are usually 10 for 10. But that plus condiments. We're making mini pies today. Condiments is always good to have stocked up. So that's another thing to have when you're stocking up your pantry. I didn't talk about it downstairs, but I wanted to say water. Water also when you're stocking up your pantry. When you're out and about, grab a jug or grab a pack of water. It's cheap and it's good to have in storage just in case anything was to ever happen and you could not use your well water or city well water. Or well water, not city well water, or well water. So yeah. Y'all, thank you so much for tuning into this video. I hope it was beneficial and informative for you. If you're enjoying these videos from our channel, make sure to give us the thumbs up. Leave us a comment and share our videos on social media. We post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And our next video, I'll be taking you along to our shopping spree. So y'all, thank you so much for stopping by our urban homestead. Until next video, be blessed.
I'm coming home.